suitcase by the door. Didn't know what I was leaving for. Tears still echo down the hall. Thought I lost it all. Sister said, just take the ride. I rolled my eyes but climbed inside. Didn't know that broken roads led where healing grows. I was holding on to yesterday. Didn't see the light along the way. But every mile, every turn lit a fire I forgot could burn. We took the long way home. Didn't have a map to follow, but somewhere down that winding road we found more than tomorrow. Right people, hearts learning how to bend. What felt like the enemy was a detour to friendship. Laughter in a midnight song. Voices shaky, but we sang along. Strangers turned to...
The bus had been crawling down the highway for less than an hour, and already two truths had crystallized in my mind beneath the humming fluorescent lights and rattling overhead compartments. 1. Red talks with the force of a cyclone. 2. My bladder was woefully unprepared for long-distance bonding. I shifted in my seat, eyeing the tiny restroom in the middle. No larger than a well-worn clutch purse, its stale air redolent of disinfectant, regret, and the faintest echo of spilled shampoo. I squeezed my thighs tighter, silently grateful for whatever cosmic architect had endowed me with an iron will and legs built for desperate endurance. Across the aisle, Esmeralda hunched over a leather-bound sketchbook, her pencil flicking back and forth like a sparrow's wing, leaving delicate swirls and half-finished silhouettes on thick ivory pages. Georgia sat beside her, bathed in the cold glow of her phone screen, scrolling with the intensity of a cryptographer deciphering top-secret dossiers. Every few minutes, Red's voice would explode through the intercom, bright, perky, and unstoppable. "Okay, lovebirds and lone wolves," she chirped. "First stop, Love's Diner in 30 minutes. Home of the state's most swoon-worthy pie." Love's Diner. I rolled my eyes with a grunt, subtle as a heart-shaped sledgehammer. Georgia grinned, that mischievous glint lighting up her eyes. "If we're lucky, maybe they serve heartbreak a la mode." "I'll sign up for an extra scoop of that," I respond, folding my arms as my stomach rumbles in reluctant agreement. When we wheezed to a halt outside Love's Diner, it looked as though someone had plucked it straight from a 1950s postcard. Neon pinks and blues glowing in the late morning haze, a checkerboard floor tiled in sharp black and white, and a Formica countertop polished so thoroughly you could see your own harried reflection. A battered jukebox in the corner sported a "sorry, out of order" sign, scrawled in faded cursive. Red ushered us inside like a proud mother duck, quacking instructions about seating and romance. I slumped into a cracked red vinyl booth between Georgia and Esmeralda, inhaling the swirl of coffee steam, frying bacon, and warm sugar in the air. Our server, clad in a bubblegum pink uniform that matched her perfectly sculpted bouffant, snapped her gum with practiced authority before dropping menus in front of us. "What'll it be, ladies?" she drawled, one eyebrow arched like a question mark. "Our specials today are the love stack pancakes, strawberry drizzle and whipped clouds, the heart-to-heart hash with eyes nestled in tomato hearts. Or, if you're feeling dangerous, the commitment combo, house-made sausage, smoked bacon, and a promise." I tapped my menu with a solemn nod. "Black coffee," I said, "and a side of emotional distance." Georgia snorted so violently her water bottle almost tipped over. "Make it 2 emotional distances, please." Esmeralda's lips curved into a small smile. "Do you have tea?" The waitress scoffed, popping her gum again. "Sure thing, sweetheart. Chamomile, green, or just pure dread?" While our plates arrived in a clatter of ceramic and sizzling sound, Red flittered around the diner like a hyperactive social butterfly, checking on every table as if she'd been deputized to manage our hearts. She plunged into our booth, hands clasped dramatically. "So, Marlowe," she cooed, leaning in close enough for me to catch a whiff of her vanilla perfume. "What brings you on our detour to love?" I opened my mouth, but Georgia, ever the opportunist, jumped in. "She's recovering from a tragic backstory." I shot Georgia a look so frosty it could have slowed down the jukebox unrepaired needles. "It's not tragic, it's educational." Red clasped her hands, amusement lighting up her eyes. "Oh, honey, we've all have lessons to learn. I once dated a guy who believed meditation could pay the rent. 3 months later, I was spiritually enlightened and literally homeless." She patted my shoulder with the enthusiasm of a motivated speaker. "Don't you worry, you'll find your reason for being here soon enough." And with that, she fluttered off in pursuit of another table. Esmeralda leaned across the table, lowering her voice. "Do you think she's fueled by espresso? Or just pure lightning?" "Probably both, though, with a side of chaos," Georgia whispered back, her eyes sparkling. Draped in a denim jacket, a stack of glossy itinerary pamphlets clasped in one hand. His voice was as smooth as melted caramel, and I swear the diner lights dimmed a little whenever he smiled. "Ladies," he announced, flipping through the pamphlets like a magician revealing cards. "Tomorrow's agenda is a sunrise hike through whispering pines and an evening bonfire mixer." "A mixer?" I say, raising an eyebrow, "like social mingling?" Georgia tilted her head toward mine, her breath rippling the surface of my coffee. "Just imagine, emotional oversharing around a campfire." Esmeralda set down her fork decisively. "We'll need a clear strategy." "Agreed," I said, lifting my chipped coffee mug in a solemn salute. "Rule 1. No one gets cornered by a man boasting alpha energy. Or an unnamed entrepreneur who won't say what he actually sells," Georgia added. "Or anyone who brings a guitar," Esmeralda concluded, nodding gravely. We clinked mugs, the warmth of the coffee seeping into our palms. For the first time since this ridiculous trek began, I felt an unexpected lightness. Maybe even, dare I admit, a flicker of excitement. Back on the bus, Red moved down the aisles distributing souvenirs. Heart-shaped magnets in fire engine red, each emblazoned with "Love Takes Detours" in swirling script. Mine felt unexpectedly heavy in my hand as I flipped it over, examining the cheesy model like it was evidence in a crime scene. If by detours they mean traffic jams, lukewarm coffee, and group therapy on wheels, I muttered. Then sure. Esmeralda tucked hers into her sketchbook with reverent care. Maybe detours are exactly how you stumble upon good stuff. Georgia groaned, rubbing her temples. Please. No profound revelations before what's-his-name brings lunch number 2. We all laughed together, a warm, crackling sound that filled the bus like sunlight slicing through dust. And for once, I stopped dwelling on what I'd lost and started wondering what I might find on this absurd, delightful detour. Thank you for watching. The next episode is coming soon, so stay tuned.
Half-packed suitcase by the door. Didn't know what I was leaving for. Tears to let go down the hall. Thought I lost it all. Sister said, just take the ride. I rolled my eyes, but climbed inside. Didn't know that broken roads led where healing grows. I was holding on to yesterday. Didn't see the light along the way. return. Lit a fire I forgot could burn. We took